Hey, Nannu here,
And I'm a huge Pokemaniac, brother.
Today I'm going to walk you through 15 redesigns and recolorings I personally did of some Pokemon sprites. Let me start off by saying that I don't hate the newer Pokemon, and I don't want them removed from canon, although I originally did, but after playing Black and White version, Pokemon Rumble, the trading card game online, and spending so much time trying to edit these damn things, I've gained a new respect for the people who designed the monsters. I mean, can you imagine being burdened with such a task?
Kinsugumori, we are making a new Pokémon monster skin. To handle designを雨ですby Friday です。Impossible!
And you know what? I've even grown to love a lot of the monsters I hated before, like Litwick, Swoobat, and Garbodor. But fuck ice cream Pokemon, am I right?
They're gonna burn in hell.
Oh, and thanks James Turner for f***ing up. Whew, a little too much rage there. This is a happy place of new and hopefully improved game sprites. It's time for a countdown.
15.
We're going to start off this list with what could possibly be the most controversial pick of mine. Let me first start off by saying I dislike Pokemon that resemble human women in shape. I just think it leads to dark places. I can never look at you the same way, Gardevoir. Where were we? Oh yeah, Glaceon. Just that hair. It makes it look too much like a girl. It also doesn't fit with the theme of an ice Pokemon. My version, on the other hand, makes it look like Glaceon is wearing a hoodie because it's cold. You know, ice Pokemon.
14.
Gliscor is a pretty badass Pokemon. I'll admit it, ever since the first generation, I've always had something of a soft-boiled spot for poison-type Pokemon. Ooh, wait, it's not a poison type? Wow, I need to go rethink my life. Well, a ground flying type is pretty unique typing, I guess. Yikes, 4 times a week to ice though. Well, he's good enough to get into the OU tier. Okay, I'm not in the competitive game. Let's let right into the meat and potatoes of this, shall we? First of all, he's got the arms and waist of a pussy bitch. Do you even EV train, brah? Also, what's with those eyes? Somebody been spending way too much time with Parasect. So here's the touch-up for you. He's bigger, badder, beefier, and got steely eyes that cut right into you.
13.
This next one is something of a weird one because it's not a Pokemon as such, but rather a form. It's Darmantian's Zen mode. What always irked me about this original design is those damn eyebrows. It's not really that they resemble, well, this guy's, although Darmantian could certainly use with a pluck, but they're a different color. Clearly the curtains don't match the drapes. It's a quick fix though, just swap some colors and voila.
OCD approved. 12.
Next up is another Pokemon from Gen 5, the adorable electric rodent Emolga. And as soon as I saw it, I felt that its colors were a little off. Don't get me wrong, I'm down with the Taylor gang.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
But to me anyway, this squirrely Pokemon really felt like it should be a bit more brown. As you can see, nothing too crazy going on here, just using the fill tool on a few areas. And now it looks a bit more like its Japanese namesake, the Momonga.
11.
We're going back to the mysterious Sinnoh region for this next one, and it'll be a bit more drastic. Here's the original Mime Jr. sprite. What always bothered me about this Pokemon was the balls on its head and stomach. I also felt that his French clown or Pierrot look could have been a bit stronger. So, boom! Yeah? Pretty neat, huh? What's that you say? You think it's hypocritical that I'd complain about a pointless circle on a Pokemon and add a crudely drawn heart? Well, all I have to say to that is
10.
Continuing the Mime line, we have Mr. Mime. Try saying that 5 times fast. This Pokemon gets a lot of flack for being relatively unimpressive in terms of stats and the fact that he looks nothing like a mime. Well, no worries, screaming voice inside my head. Bada boom! See? Now he looks like a mime.
9.
The next 3 are kind of a cop-out, so I'm going to count them all as 1. They all come from the same line, and they all peeve me for the exact same reason. Say what you will, but I'm not a big fan of big, veiny things. Anywho, here they are in rapid succession. Timber removed his veins in his ponytail. Girder got rid of the veins and widened his waistline a little bit. Conkeldurr, no more veins and no more weird ponytail that makes it look like he's wearing pantyhose on his head. You may notice that with all three of these Pokemon, I didn't remove the pink bands around their shoulders. It wasn't because they were too hard to remove. It was just, well, I like water wings.
8.
There's actually not a lot to say about Politoed other than he's a Pokemon that evolves only when traded. And in all honesty, there's not much I would change if I could. Well, other than the way he evolves. But there is that thing on his head. Yes, we know he's got the spiral design theme, so you don't forget that he evolves from a Poliwhirl. Even though he doesn't look anything like any of the monsters in that family. But for Arceus' sake, he's already got a spiral on his stomach. God.
7.
Ampharos. A reasonably strong electric Pokemon from the second gen that doesn't require a trade to get it. Which naturally means it's a must for every run I do of those games, but what's with those fucking flippers, man? You're not a water Pokemon. What if you need to pick something up? You're f***ed. That's what. So here you go, buddy. A nice pair of arms that I didn't rip off of a Dragonite.
6.
We're returning to the 4th gen for these next two redesigned Pokemon. Well, redesign is a bit of a strong word for Tangrowth. All I did for this one is recolor it so that it looks a bit more like its pre-evolution Tangela. Yeah, that's just about it.
5.
Rhyhorn. First Pokemon to be designed, believe it or not, and a Game Freak favorite. And not just a creator favorite, this evolutionary line is one of my personal favorites as well. That is, up through Rhydon. I remember playing through Pearl version, working hard to collect the Protector item, well, you know, relatively, and getting a Rhydon, only to my horror, it turns out that you have to trade it. And not only that, but its design made it look like a Graveler with orange rocky belts glued on it. I've gotten over my seething hatred of Rhyperior, but not my desire to make him a little more palatable. Not too bad in my opinion. He's still a little pudgy, which I actually find encouraging as a plus-size model, and he does have some pretty sweet pecs. I also got rid of the little elbow things. Oh, and before I forget, doesn't Rhyperior's cry sound a lot like the cry of another, maybe a bit more famous Japanese monster?
4.
This next Pokemon, along with the two that follow, are creepy ghost Pokemon. I've always loved ghost Pokemon because they make normal type attacks like Tackle and Hyper Beam useless, and there's just something so macabre about them. That being said, outside of the original trio, I haven't been overwhelmed by any of their designs, so here's a few that I wanted to change up a bit. First off is Spiritomb, and this little guy is one of the only two Pokemon that have no weaknesses due to their typing. Before the 6th gen anyway, and that gets big points in my book. Dex? Anyway, his stats are, well, unimpressive to say the least, but his concept is awesome. An urn filled with the ashes of 108 tormented souls that has a crack in the back, allowing them to escape and wreak havoc on the battlefield. The only problem with that is, well, to me, it looks like a ghostly fan. Yeah, kinda like that. So how about this instead? Now it's a cursed set of Juzu, or prayer beads. Obviously this would be a sticky issue for the American localization team, as they hate even the most vague references to religious symbology in their Nintendo games. However, I think it's a neat idea. Maybe those Buddhists, yeah, those guys in the Sprout Tower, they could use them. I don't know, it's just an idea.
3.
Rotom has a really cool concept behind it. It's a hybrid electric ghost Pokemon that can possess appliances and take on their typing. But unfortunately, we don't get anything cool like a fire ghost type. Instead, it drops its ghost typing, but electric fire is still pretty cool. Unfortunately, it looks like an electrified baby form of Baltoy, which is not my favorite Pokemon. And now, here it is. Oh, and this sweet design is getting a name change. I know Rotom is motor backwards, but to me it sounds a lot like... well, you get the idea. Behold, Polterghost. Yeah? Pretty sweet name, am I right?
2.
So I've already made it pretty clear that I'm a huge fan of no weakness Pokemon, and this next one is another in that line. Again, excluding the 6th generation, of course. Sableye, who has even more embarrassing stats than the last guy on this list. However, this little guy has always struck a chord with me. I have him with me on, well, almost every playthrough of the 3rd gen games. However, something I never particularly cared for was his jewel eyes. Why does he have them, and where's his nose, and why does his head look so ranunculus? Get it? Ranunculus? Well, I attempted to fix, well, some of the issues I had with him. Presenting Sablarf. Yeah, it's another name change. Whew, he's so dark, so svelte. I want him in my team. Yeah.
1.
I feel like a lot of people who've been with the Pokemon series since the original generation share my feelings on this Pokemon. If you think about the one Pokemon from the original 151 that ruined an iconic family of Pokemon, well, you know what's coming. Of course it's Raichu. You already know why you prefer Pikachu's design, but I'll remind you. What's with those dirty-ass paws? Looks like Raichu's been playing in the septic tank again. And what's with that gross-ass ear hair? Come on! There we go, that's a bit more like it. Not perfect by any means. I mean, Thunderstones, am I right? But some definite improvement. So what do you think? Did you enjoy these little changes, or did I ruin your favorite Pokemon? Be sure to let me know in the comment section below. If you'd like to see more of these redesigns, be sure to like this video, and if you want to stay updated on Pokemon and other nerdiness, smash that subscribe button to have my beautiful face pop up in your feed occasionally. See you later. Okay. Bye-bye now.